I just read Tales of Suspense number 47 from November of 1963, starring Iron Man, and the first appearance of the Melter. Bruno Horgan, who would be a longtime villain of Iron Man, would join the Masters of Evil and fight the Avengers before being killed by Scourge in Avengers 263. Anyway, we get a little splash panel. This is written by Stan Lee, of course, with pencils by Ditko and inks by Heck. I'm not sure how well that works out because you lose a lot of Ditko's style being overpowered by Heck's inks. So anyway, this guy was a former competitor of Tony Stark's and lost his contracts to Stark because he used inferior materials. So he developed this thing that would instantly melt iron. Doesn't really say how that was achieved. He creates this really jazzy looking costume. Meanwhile, he had hit Tony Stark over the head. He recovers, but his chest plate is almost out of juice. You would think he might have a battery backup for that. So he has to plug into the nearest outlet when he gets back to his office. Meanwhile, he says, oh, let me fight this Melter guy. Realizes that, so he's causing havoc in Tony's production facilities and realizes that, you know what, I am definitely the wrong guy to be fighting the Melter because he's melting iron. So he has to retreat because if he damages the chest plate, he's gonna die. So he goes back and he's trying to think of a solution. Meanwhile, Happy is kind of pining over Pepper. Tony goes to his hidden cottage to do some research, and the Melter finds Iron Man. Figure he's going to destroy Iron Man, but it doesn't work. Not working. What is going on? Iron Man saves Pepper and Happy and eventually defeats the Melter, explaining that he had used extruded aluminum. So he could melt iron, but not aluminum. So then we have a backup story by Stan Lee and his brother Larry Lieber about this guy who joins like some sort of space force in the future, Space Corps. And he's on this asteroid. He figured he'd get into the Space Corps because the uniform would, the chicks would dig the uniform, but he's not near any women. So these aliens say, you know what, we'll take care of you. We'll hook you up if you let us invade Earth, and you'll get the most beautiful woman in the universe, right? So